Howdy, folks. It's Meandering Mike, Man Cave of Madness channel update time. The last update was, if you look down here, 3 weeks ago. It's one day short of that. YouTube rounds down, so it says only 2 weeks. 3 weeks ago. Okay, I'm going to try to keep this short because the first time I recorded this, 15 minutes long. That's way too long. So, first, what did we get done? We did a unboxing here of the game Werwolf, which is the German pronunciation of werewolf. It's a coin game by Clint Warren Davies. It's not officially the coin series because it's not from GMT, it's from Legion War Games, but it is a coin game insurgency in post-war Germany, post-World War II. I did another unboxing of Patton's First Victory Tunisia from Decision Games. This is a hex encounter folio size game, but in a box, about 2011, and it actually came with a CD to play it on computer. Don't know if it still works on Windows and such. And my intention is to do a full how to play, but I did next a setup video on the game because there's some interesting considerations in the setup, both from what's in the rules or a little mistake there, and the situation is kind of a dynamic position-wise. So I felt that was worth doing a setup video on that game. And my latest video is Meandering Around the Map. This is a new segment. I'm going to talk about my addiction to collecting maps. I have many addictions, folks. Not just collecting games. I buy games to collect them, to play them, to study them, history and geography and comparative game design. But I also do that with maps too. So this will be an ongoing segment talking about different aspects of my map collections and why I buy maps and what I use them for. So this is the first segment in that. Okay. Broader topic for today is retirement and purpose. My YouTube channel, it's direction over time, why I needed a vacation and then extended into a hiatus, and why I'm back, and addictions in there too. Okay, so let's try to summarize this stuff. I'm retired. This is Meandering is retired. We moved from the Seattle area up north, bought a relatively spacious house with an accessory dwelling unit known also as a mother-in-law unit, which got christened the Man Cave by Mrs. Meandering. So I've kept that name. So Meandering Mike and the Man Cave of Madness. Started a channel mostly by encouragement from other YouTubers, between the War Room gang, which included Tony's Board Life back then. He was one of the primary people that encouraged me to do a channel. Along with Aardwolf and Dan Pancaldi and stuff, I started my channel because part of my retirement I wanted to have fun with games. I love games. I'm besides collecting CDs, DVDs, and books, games. And as I said, I collect them to play them, to have a collection. I'm a completist, to study them, both history, geography, and design. And those are all things I wanted to cover on my channel, which I have to various degrees or not. I have a very eclectic taste in games, but I mostly focus on war games, and I've dabbled in other types which are not as popular to most of you dudes here that subscribe to my channel. My channel demographics have changed over time. Some of you know why. Some of you know the story of my famous food storage videos, that now I have almost no followers in that regard. I don't do those anymore, but that's one of the things about YouTube and the growth of a channel and the subscriber base. If you want to keep growing your channel, you have to pay attention to that because YouTube wants to have a focus to serve your content out to people. And if you're too eclectic, you're doing too much weird stuff, it doesn't know what to do. So it doesn't help you grow your channel by pushing it out to the kind of people that it maybe should. But I did not create this channel to be a job. I'm retired. I wanted to play. I wanted to have fun. And at some point, the channel started becoming more and more like a job. I had more and more commitments that I was committing to that I didn't necessarily need to. Plans, promises made based on the polls on the channel and talking to different people. And I love sharing my knowledges and my experience, my things about my collection, teaching how to play certain games, but it came too much of a chore and too many hanging things out there that I was not getting done, and too much self-imposed stress. And you add the stress of the chaotic world that we're living in, and I do a ton of doom scrolling, and I'm going to digress here a little bit. To me, they say don't do all this doom scrolling; it's too much stress. But to me, not paying attention and not knowing what's going on, that causes too much anxiety, okay? And so to me, it's better to doom scroll and at least know what's going on and have that kind of stress, but not be ignorant of what's going on, not having my head in the sand and blindly, moving forward in life without knowing what's going on around me. So that little digression being said, talk about my purpose for the channel and how things sort of like got askew. And once I reached 1,000 subscribers, it's like, yay, but I'm not monetized. I don't plan on being monetized. I don't, put ads on the channel. If you're seeing ads, it's because you didn't pay for premium. I got premium because Mrs. Meandering gave it to me as an anniversary gift. And if you can't afford that, I highly recommend it if you can, but if you can't, I understand. But I don't add to your burden. I don't add any extra ads, okay, to the thing, and I don't plan on trying to monetize the channel more. This is a hobby. This is supposed to not be work. But there was too much stress, so I had to take a vacation. But what happens when I took a vacation from the channel? I still ended up doing channel stuff. I recorded some games that I played on my vacation for the channel. And so I decided, I really need a hiatus. So I took a break. Now, one of the things I mentioned, I have all these addictions, and some of them are playing computer games and phone games. And I had one phone game that I was playing 12 hours a day or more. Okay. And finally, I decided to quit that one cold turkey. Doesn't matter that I had, money invested in it. I have an economics degree. I totally understand sunk cost and the sunk cost fallacy. So when I'm ready to walk away from something, doesn't matter how much is spent, you walk away. What you spent in the past doesn't matter about what you're going to do now, what makes sense going forward, what you want to spend your time, energy, and money on now. That's how you make the decision, not how much you'd spent in the past. And so I did it. I went cold turkey, got rid of that game, and I had a new sense of renewed purpose. I could get back to concentrating on things for my channel. I returned. Now, there's a lot of things that I want to cover that I haven't lately. And one of the things that I committed to you when I came back was I'm going to make no commitments. Okay, I'm going to work on what I want to work on. And part of what I want to work on is what you guys want to see, but what I also want to do. Okay, so it's a balancing act. And I want to share my knowledges and experiences, and I'll take feedback. I'll listen to what people want to see, but sometimes, the majority you're going to want one thing, and I'm going to do something else, and I'm not going to, cram new content in your face and say, haha, you will like it or not. Just understand that you do not have to watch everything on my channel, and if the notifications are too many, you can stay subscribed, but you can change your notifications to be, there's sort of a customized level and no notifications at all. That's fine. If you just want to stay subscribed, that's good. I support that. And don't feel you have to watch everything, but you might not be a miniature person. I'll occasionally do miniature stuff. Might not be, card game or typical board game type stuff. I'm going to cover that occasionally. Mostly it's going to be war games. Okay. So I am back. My hiatus is over. I have a renewed sense of purpose. I do have things that I wanted to do that I've talked about. I'm going to be doing polls on the channel to get an idea of these, which do you definitely want to see the most. I will juggle things. Some things I'll throw away and stop doing. One of the things I have a big question about is, you may or may not have heard, the war room is gone. 2 of the hosts left. The remaining host was going to try to salvage it, maybe a new format, and then he decided, no, it's time to stop that, and he's going to spend more time with his wife and no more Saturday show. He's still going to do his channel, but the show, The War Room, that was on Saturdays is gone, at least for now. There's the 10-game, list for the year for The War Room, am I going to do something with that or not? I don't know. Am I going to continue that or just say, nope, that's over. So that list is over. Or of these, which do I still want to do? And, so that's something that I will decide, and I'll seek feedback from you guys. Of this stuff, what do you want to see? So I'm trying to cut it shorter here. This is probably way too long. Hopefully Dan will forgive me since it's been 3 weeks. So uh, I apologize for the length, but this is stuff that's been going on. Some people wanted to know, well, what were you doing on your hiatus? Why did you have to take such a long time away from the channel and all that stuff? So dealing with life stuff, dealing with addiction for other things, reducing the stress, ending the commitments and the deadlines, self-imposed stuff that it was me doing it to me, but I've reduced some of the stresses in my life, and we're gonna do content when we do it. Okay, you'll get it when you get it, but I do want to get feedback from you guys. But in the end, I decide what I'll do when, and hopefully everyone's happy. And if not, that's okay. That's okay. So, Meandering Mike, Man Cave of Madness, as I say, take care of your games. They'll take care of you. But make sure you take care of yourself independent of your games, because you need to take care of the other people in your life. And then you can also take care of your games so they can take care of you. So circular, meandering all over. Okay, so for those of you that are watching this on Dan Pancaldi's No Enemy Here, I'm going to be sending it back to him in just a second. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. It's free. Make sure you're subscribed to Dan's channel. It's free. And take care of each other. So, ciao y'all. Enjoy life. Enjoy your games.